Well, happy Friday to you. Here we are in the Bannau Brycheiniog, the Brecon Beacons, easier for me to say as an Englishman. Climb 1 of 6, 411 metres, 4.67 kilometres. Had a fairly lengthy drive over here today, about 6 hours, due to the ubiquitous M25 traffic. No accidents, just lots and lots of cars.
Well, there's water in it, which is a good sign.
Yeah. Stopped off for a quick comfort break at Llyn y Fan services and then on to here. Because of the delays, it was about an hour and 20 minutes longer the journey than we were anticipating initially. We're now here quite late in the evening.
Oh look, there's a lake. It's a welcome sight.
So I'm not doing a solo wild camp this time. I'm joined by Harvey, and it seems really coincidental that it appears that every year on this weekend, incorporating the 9th of August, Harvey and I go camping. 2 years ago we went to Dartmoor and headed up to King's Tor. Last year we went to Cribin up the Roman road, and this year we're back in the Bannau Brycheiniog, this time by Llyn y Fan Fawr. A planned first night pitch, and then we hope to hike around and hike somewhere up on the ridge, possibly around the high point of Fan Brycheiniog. Last night when we arrived, I elected to pitch up on a little plateau quite high up from the lake edge. We thought about doing this for a variety of reasons, including the worry about the moisture, condensation from being so close to the lake. Also, there's just so many other people around this lake. As I said, I think there's probably something like 12 tents secreted in various crevices around the lake. Being up here, I can look down on the lake, so I get some gorgeous views. Well, good morning to you. What a glorious morning it is too. Gone for the easy coffee option and a Nescafe 3-in-1. So don't have to carry any milk. But I'm going to stick a Tyler's in there as well to make it double strength. Good morning to you. Happy coffee. Here we are this morning at Llyn y Fan Fawr. Had a bit of an epic drive up here from Kent yesterday. The drive should be about 4 hours 20, maybe 4 hours 30, and took us 6 hours to get here. No accidents, just sheer weight of traffic. Real pain really trying to get round the M25. Once we'd cleared that bit, it was all quite easy sailing through. A little bit of a route march up here because we were late, because it took 6 hours to get here. We needed to get up here and pitch while we could still see what we were doing. So arriving about 6 p.m. meant we got up to the lake at 8 p.m. Sunset about 8:50. So we had an hour or so of decent light to choose a pitch and to pitch up. And we did need to choose a pitch because there are just so many people up here. There's somebody up on the side of the scarp there. There's somebody over there on the beach. There's about 8, 9 tents that I guess must be D&V over there. There's a tent on the far bank there. There's another one that's gone now that was further round on the far bank. There's 2 on the prominence that sticks into the lake there. And there's my compatriot, Harvey, just over my right shoulder there. And I elected to pitch high up here so I get this beautiful view of the lake in the morning. Really is a gorgeous place. And as the light changes from yesterday, when the sun was going down over that way towards the west, now of course it's come up in the east and it's put an entirely different complexion on the area on the shadows and the highlights of the ridges of the scarp. Really is beautiful. And apart from a little bit of noise from the other campers that were up here last night, it's been really peaceful, except for the bleeding sheep. Bleat, bleat, bleat. And there's one of them that sounds like it's got a very bad cough. I was worried it might be a little bit cold, but it wasn't. I only brought my summer fleece with me. Not my summer fleece, my summer quilt with me. I did bring my summer fleece as well, I've got it on. So yes, I got up this morning, had a dry shower. I think the lake may be a little cold for having a bathe in that. And I've changed my clothes, apart from my shorts. Makes you feel so much better in the morning, doesn't it, when you've actually had a change of clothes. Particularly after quite a sweaty climb up here yesterday evening. And now just taking in the view. Just going to pop down the precarious non-path, go and see Harvey, and stock up on my water. I'm now down to virtually nothing left. Good morning, fellow camper.
Hello there. Is this alright?
Yes. Now previously I've complained about the Outkit Radiant sleep mat and trying to deflate it when the flap in the valve prevents the air coming out. Well, I've recently bought the Flex Tail, the new pump light, which is so much faster than the old one. The old one used to take about 5 minutes, this one takes about 30 seconds. What I've also discovered is on the base of the Flex Tail there is the nozzle that goes into here, and if you detach the nozzle and poke it through the Outkit Radiant's hole like that, it opens the flap, which then means you can deflate it quite easily without the flap getting in the way. Those little things that make things so much easier. Deflate, deflate, deflate. How many times? Right. Oh, don't forget to start an activity.
Oh yeah, I started it.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Flattened grass, no pegs left.
Nothing there. No. Hopefully got all the pegs. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It's good.
Because we were both working yesterday, we didn't leave Sittingbourne until 12:30, which meant we didn't get here until almost 9 o'clock. So consequently, I didn't do a lot of videoing on the way up yesterday or yesterday evening. So all we did was pitched up in the ever increasing twilight, or decreasing twilight, and then had something to eat, went to bed. Even so, it doesn't spoil it. It's still absolutely stunning out here. Dear me. Stunning. Coming up on the dam now. There's lots of these overflow structures, but at the moment there's absolutely no water flow. I don't think we'll find any water up the top. So we stopped off Llyn y Fan Fawr. Is that right?
Could be.
Llyn y Fan Fawr was where we were yesterday. This must be fact. Yes, Llyn y Fan Fawr. Stopped off here for lunch. It's only been 2.5 miles and it was really quite grueling, wasn't it? The downhills were more difficult, I think, than the uphills. When we got here, there were about 50 people here, and now they all seem to have gone. They obviously walked up for lunch. But we come up here, cook some lunch, give us some energy, because we're going to need to go up behind me there and up around past Pixdu and along the ridge and select somewhere to camp for tonight. Reservoir here is really quite low. Looking at it, I guess it must be 3, 4, 5 meters lower than it usually is. And there's very little water running down into it. The little streams and gullies on the way over here, there was virtually nothing in the bottom of them. And we were hopeful that one of those gullies where it comes down from the top, we'd be able to get some water for tonight. But judging by how empty they are, we've decided that we're going to need to fill up from the reservoir here, which means we've got to take 2.5 or 3 litres of water each and carry it all the way up. Ho hum. Well, that was a mighty slog up from the dam up to the top here. Not sure how far up it was, but it was hard work. My knees hurt, my hips hurt, my heart hurts. But with this now, we're up on the ridge, walking along. Looks like there's already somebody pitched up on Pixdu. It's quite early in the day, and it's also very, very breezy up here. So our plan B will be to drop back down and do another night by the lake. We're going to walk up and touch the trig. If that's what you wanted to do. We can frolic and run because we no longer have our heavy rucksacks on. Fan Brycheiniog, 802 metres, overlooking Llyn y Fan Fawr. This is a beautifully made cairn in memory of Wyn Morgan, 1961-2023. He loved this mountain. Don't blame him. Nice place to sit. Keep yourself out of the wind. To help me with the pegs, I 3D printed a little peg pusher which is attached to one of my pegs. This is for the Eastern 9-inch nails. It's got a hole in it which fits the head of the peg. It's also got a little cutout so you can put the cord through and pull the pegs out. So what you can do to use it is set the pegs up in the position that you want them, push them in a little bit. This then goes over the top. You can either push it with your hand or push it in with your foot. And then when you want to get them out again, you use the little hook, put it through, and it gives you something to pull the cord on rather than cutting into your fingers. Found it works really well. Printed half a dozen of them. Got one of them attached to each of my tent's peg bags. Really useful little gadget. Well, evening. Here we are, pitched up, nigh on 800 metres, just above the lake that we pitched up yesterday. It's stunning up here. We've just been looking on the map and discussing how far you can see. It's not a particularly clear day. There's a definite haze in the distance, and you can see there are fires, a number of them, probably 3 or 4 that you can see around us, and you can see the smoke going up into the atmosphere. We've worked out that in that direction over there we can see the north coast of Cornwall, which is 50 miles away. up over that way towards the sun, left of the sun, you can see Pembrokeshire, which is about 50 miles along the coast in Wales. Over behind us there, you can see in the foreground Pen y Fan and Corndu, which are 12 miles away, and in the background you can see the distinctive ridge of Hay Bluff right at the end of the Black Mountains. It's just stunning how far you can see from here. So we're pitched up atop Fan Brycheiniog, just on 800 metres, the trig point just up there, 802 metres up. There's a lovely cairn up there as well to keep out of the wind. It's just starting to chill down a little bit. Fortunately the sun's come out, which is actually helping matters, but it's just starting to drop in temperature. So I've put my fluffy trousers on. Harvey's put his long trousers on and his fleece, but we're very hopeful for a decent sunset tonight because the clouds are clearing, and with all the smoke in the atmosphere from all of the forest fires, it should be a beautiful salmon sunset in an hour and a half. According to my hand calculation, yeah, about an hour and 45. So this is my 4th desiccated meal today. Had the Wayfarer's breakfast, I had a Wayfarer's macaroni cheese, I had the Huel madras, and now I've got an out-of-date chili con carne, which is from the 19th of July 2025. That'd be fine, it's only best before. But I think I may be rather constipated after 4 ready meals.
Well, it depends how much water you put in. If you put enough water in, then that might be okay.
There's our spot from last night, down there on the right hand end of the lake as we're looking at it, south end. And behind me, there's our spot for tonight, not very far apart. Really grueling walk between the two of them though. Lots of elevation, lots of ups and downs. And the dam, I do like a Welsh dam. The breeze really died down overnight. We were a little bit concerned about being up on the tops. We're at 800 metres up here. But it died down and there was virtually no wind at all overnight, and it was really quite mild. Consequently, dry tent in the breeze got a little bit warm in there. A gorgeous morning. Woke up at 6 and managed to see the sunrise, which was very nice. Looking over into the Heads of the Valleys road over there, you can see there's a little bit of mist lying in the valleys. Up here on the tops, it's very, very clear. refreshing dip in Llyn y Fan Fawr. Really quite warm in there. Trying to guess it, reckon about 17 or 18 degrees. Managed to wash all the sweat off from yesterday and refresh us and give my poor cramping thighs a little bit of an ice bath. I'm just using a handy rock on the descent back down to the car. Should have about a mile, I reckon, a bit more than a mile to go now. It's really difficult on the old knees though, all of this downhill. Over behind me, not sure whether you better see it on the camera, there's another mountain. That was the one that I was planning on going up last weekend, when I put it off because the M25 was closed, and that meant that the journey over here was going to be 6.5 hours. I went this weekend instead and still ended up 6 hours to get here. I'll leave whole Senai quarry for another weekend. Not much water at the moment. Not fancying another dip. Our descent is almost over. Only a few hundred meters from the car now. I have to say this has been one of the most grueling wild camping expeditions. The only time I can remember being more exhausted was up at Llyn y Fan Fawr and I bathed. This was hard graft. I think it's just because I'm about 4 years older now. So we've done around 12 miles in all over Friday evening, Saturday and Sunday morning, and we've taken in the two lakes of Llyn y Fan Fawr and Llyn y Fan Fawr, and we've taken in the high point along the ridge of Fan Brycheiniog. 2 excellent days trekking and wild camping. Been wild swimming in one of the lakes as well. So we're counting up, that's my 6th one now. And Harvey's just holding the gate open for me at the end of the track. So we shall bid you farewell, wish you good wild camping and stay safe. Thanking you kindly.